I personally think that the convocation ceremony, the sign out, like all the things that come with passing out or graduating from um, universities or your masters, all those things have become overhyped now in Nigeria. Here's my reasons why. Before we get into that, can we just appreciate the amount of importance Nigerians or Nigerian students have attached to this graduation ceremonies, the sign outs, everything? Like the obscene amount of money I'm seeing people spending on dresses, parties, books for graduating is insane. I understand that, like, okay, it's a big milestone, you want to celebrate and, whatever. There's no problem with that. But, like, I feel like in typical Nigerian fashion, we have taken it too far. I remember back when I was in 100 level, when, like, TikTok wasn't much of a thing back then, because I was in 100 level in 2019 in Futo. So sign out wasn't much of a thing back then. You basically, graduate, do your party, do your clearance, and you leave. You get so, but like now it's like a week long thing. There's something called finals week where, like, they'll they wear different outfits for different days. It's fun, I guess, but, like, I mean, things like that should be optional. But, like, I feel it's become kind of like people have been peer pressured into spending a lot of money that just for the final week they are going to spend in school, which is, like, should not be the case. Okay, let's talk about the reasons why I think convocation is overrated. The reason number one is that the education that most Nigerian students have just acquired, the reason why you're celebrating is that you've, finished 5 years of education, so to education, and, like, you are now, like, at the end and you want to celebrate. The first reason why I think is overrated is that the education you have just acquired, for the majority of for the majority of Nigerian students, it is useless. There's this statistics that says about only 31.9% of graduates end up using their degree to go and, like, get into a career, get a job. Only 31.9% of Nigerian students who graduate use their degrees. Statistically, that is not most people. When I see people like Emeka, who is a student of microbiology, and he's spending millions and millions of naira for his convocation, his sign out, and everything, somebody who is not going to end up using that course, he's going to end up being a Bitcoin trader or something. When I see him spending that obscene amount of money just for, like, the hype of convocation, sign out, all that, it's like, because, like, I don't want to be a hater. You can do whatever you want with your money. As far as it's your money, you're not doing anything illegal. But, like, even though you can do whatever you want with your money, you can do anything you want. It's your money. But the thing is that Emeka will not be spending that amount of money if other people were not spending the same on convocation. Something I want to, like, talk about in Nigeria, and maybe even most of the world as well, we're, like, very prone to following trends. We love following trends. It's like something, people don't just, like, do anything because they want to do it anymore. It's because, like, they're doing things because they saw other people online doing it, which is well, that's, like, a topic for another day. But, like, that's point one. Okay, the second point is that this is, like, a personal one for me, because the second reason why I think convocation is overrated is because I honestly do not understand what you are celebrating. Because you are celebrating going from being a student to being unemployed. You are, like, a young man or a young woman now. Like, you have finished school, you have nothing. For most Nigerian students that graduate, they have nothing. You are just, like, you need to get your life in order now. I understand, maybe for a brief moment, just pause and look back and be like, okay, yeah, it's been a while, and, thank God for helping us carry, like, to get to this point. Yeah, I get that. But the way you celebrate, the way some people celebrate, is as if they have just won like an award or something, bro. Most of you graduate with a 2-2. That's not even a joke. Most people graduate with 2-2, and 2-2s are basically, if you graduate with a 2-2, you can get a job, but just barely. I'm not supposed to be talking about all this. You know all these things. Most, like, it is like statistically proven that most people graduate with a 2-2 in Nigeria. So you graduated with a 2-2, not a first class, not even a 2-1, and like you are celebrating. Like, what do you have to say? What are you celebrating, please? I mean, it's just crazy to me. There's nothing to celebrate like that because you were a student before. Now you are unemployed. You have to pay bills. You are like an adult basically. Some people don't see you as an adult until you've graduated from university. You have graduated from university now, and you don't have a cent to your name. What is there to graduate like? What is there to celebrate? I don't really understand it personally. Personally, I'm going to repeat it again. I'm not here to be a hater. I understand that people celebrate sometimes. You know, people celebrate things. If you feel like celebrating, all power to you. Celebrate reasonably, you know. But like, I feel like some people are not mindful about some things. They just do things and it's like they don't really know why they are doing it. Okay, like people know they are going to do sign outs, but like, why are you doing that? So you can do it if you want, you know, do whatever you want at the end of the day, but like, you really need to understand, okay, why do I have the desire to sign out? Why do I have the desire for to wear like a white shirt and allow random strangers write write things on my body? Is that something you really want? If that's what you want, you know, go ahead. But like, some people, they don't really have not really thought about it, about what they actually want. They just do it because they see other people doing it. If that person is you, this video is for you. Just like, bro, be mindful about some things. Like, do something because you want to do it, not because there's like a lot of pressure to do it. Okay, so this video has already gotten way too long, but if there's anything you take away from this video, let it just be this: think for yourself. Like, do not allow like external desires to dictate your life, because like social media has a way of like making you want to be something, want to have something, want something, you know. Like every video you see on the internet just gives you the desire for something that you probably don't have already. So next time when you get a random desire to do, be, or have something, just ask yourself, is this something I actually want, or is it just, you know, a desire that's been implanted into my mind from one influencer or the other? I don't know. Try and think for yourself. Until next time, bye.